Hey everybody, Sean here, and I hope you're doing well. Yes, you read that title correctly, so let's jump right in. Well, it doesn't really get any more ironic than this. A proven false prophet teaching how to identify false prophets. That's like a liar wearing a t-shirt warning you that they're a liar. He calls out two people that would appear to be Stacey Campbell and Sean Boltz by referring to a head-shaking lady and a guy searching for information, but doesn't actually name them. But Stacey is the only one known as the head-shaking lady. And it's especially interesting because these people do conferences with each other, so he's calling out the very people he works with. So let's hear just a bit of Benny's teaching.
So here we have three ways prophecy comes: God, the devil, or the human spirit. And you saw it in Deuteronomy that someone can be, which is the devil's, source, how it can come to pass because the devil knows some stuff.
So it's important to note that he agrees that based on scripture, some false prophets may get it right on occasion, and it's from the devil. But we know that from scripture, true prophets of God always got it right. And now he gives a way to tell if it's a prophet of God.
When someone gives me a prophecy, is it bringing me closer to the Lord? Or is it driving me away from the Lord? So when you look to the guy or the lady and you stop looking to the Lord, that's a false prophet.
So he's right, because we are warned in Jeremiah 23 about these people that fill you with vain hopes and are speaking from their own minds, not from God. This is exactly what most of today's prophets do. They prophesy breakthrough, financial gain, and blessings on your life. This is vain hope, self-serving desires that have nothing to do with God. He tells us another thing about prophecy.
Number two, what kind of fruit does it leave in your life afterwards? What kind of fruit do you have after the prophecy? Remember, prophecy is for what? Edification, exhortation, comfort.
And once again, he's right about what prophecy is today. So if that's the case, why did we hear him saying stuff like this?
The Spirit of God tells me an earthquake will hit the east coast of America and destroy much in the 90s. Not one place will be safe from earthquakes in the 90s. These who have not known earthquakes will know it. People, I feel the Spirit all over me. The economy of the United States of America is going to fall. Many businesses will go bankrupt. The Spirit tells me Fidel Castro will die in the 90s. Oh my.
And there's three more failed prophecies for the 1990s. You can see in the video 6 failed prophecies of Benny Hinn. But this prophecy isn't producing any good fruit, as he said, and it has nothing to do with edification, exhortation, and comfort. His prophecies were all false, and Deuteronomy 18 tells us that if they get a prophecy wrong, they are not from God, and death was the punishment. So he continues. Try to make sense of this.
So the fruit is what? Well, if you don't remember what the man said, how can you be comforted? How can you be edified? So sometimes someone says, "Thus says the Lord," and they prophesy, and about a day later, you don't even remember what they said to you. You got to go back and find out what did they say. How can a prophecy be forgotten? Because it's not the Lord. If you forget the prophecy, it's not the Lord.
He's just making stuff up because there is no scripture to back this. If a person doesn't remember what a prophecy spoken was, that means it wasn't from God? Nonsense. And we'll finish off with just one more.
Prophecy is for confirmation. Because you already know in your heart as a believer what God is saying to you. And all prophecy is it confirms what you know already. And we need it. We all need it. I'm not pushing it away. We all need the prophetic.
So Benny says prophecy confirms what we already know. Yeah, I looked and I just couldn't find any Bible verses to back that statement up. Anyhow, I will leave the full link below, but by Benny's own teaching, he's a false prophet, and so are most of the so-called prophets we hear from today. We'll leave it here for today, but feel free to leave your thoughts and comments below, and until next time, take care and God bless.